Hello and welcome to the 2016 SMPTE elections. I'm your host, Ryan Salazar. Today we have Pat Griffis, candidate for Executive Vice President of SMPTE. How are you, Pat?
I'm fine. Thank you, Ryan.
Well, thank you for being with us. If you would, please introduce yourself.
So I'm Pat Griffis, Vice President of Technology at Adobe Labs. And my involvement with SMPTE began actually in the early 1990s when I was a VP at Panasonic Broadcast in New Jersey. Panasonic was interested in the serial digital interface standard, and members of my team were involved in that work. And as a result, I attended my first SMPTE standards meeting and was hooked, so to speak. I saw an environment where competitors could work together collaboratively to arrive at a balanced outcome through a well-defined due process methodology. I stayed active in standards through the 90s when I helped create the first VC1 standard, and that started a tradition of video codec standardization in SMPTE that continues today.
Pat, if you would, please share your SMPTE experience and how the society has benefited from your participation.
Sure. I became active in the SMPTE Northwest section while living in Seattle and was elected governor of the Western region in 2006. That was my first direct involvement with the Board of Governors, and it was a great learning experience. I eventually moved on to be elected Secretary-Treasurer of the Society in 2008. And as treasurer, I was responsible to maintain a reserve fund and developed an investment fund policy and management process. As secretary of the society responsible for the revisions committee, I presided over a massive revamping of our APs and constitution based on changes in the legal requirements in the United States. Our goal was to create and implement a set of bylaws and operations manuals consistent with our articles of incorporation in order to modernize the society. This became a year-long process involving literally hundreds of hours of committee work, vetting, and refinement by our board, and ultimately adoption by our membership. We successfully completed that transition to become the 21st century SMPTE we are today. After completing my 2 terms as Secretary-Treasurer, I was elected Education Vice President. My strong priority in this role is maintaining the technical excellence, which is the hallmark of our conferences, and while seeking to expand the reach into the growing Silicon Valley OTT community for redefining entertainment as we know it. To this end, I proposed, the board approved, and then I launched a new conference in partnership with Stanford University called Entertainment Technology in the Internet Age. The goal was to build a bridge between Hollywood and the Silicon Valley technologists interested in entertainment via the web. We're now in our 4th year, and slowly but surely, we've built awareness of SMPTE with OTT leaders such as Netflix, Google, Amazon, and Facebook, while increasing participation from that sector.
Pat, why are you the right person for this job?
Well, I've actively served and contributed in all 3 pillars of our society, standards, membership, and now education, and have gained an in-depth perspective, I believe, is necessary to move the society forward. I have encouraged and fostered development of market driving standards to help maintain SMPTE's position as a leader in motion imaging. I led a major restructuring of governance, which kept us compliant with U.S. laws and streamlined our operations. I created and implemented a conference to attract new members skilled in relevant technologies, as well as educate our members. I believe they have the vision, leadership, experience, and innovation skills required to serve as Executive Vice President. Further, I have the passion and perseverance to drive SMPTE to greater success.
What is the one goal you believe the society should work towards if you're elected, and what are your plans to help accomplish that goal?
I've given a lot of thought to this one, and if I'm privileged to serve, my goal is to grow the society while maintaining financial stability and increase our relevance by expanding outreach to future generations of technologists, outpace or embrace competitive standards in our field of interest, and maintain leadership in the application of innovative technologies which define entertainment on a global scale. There's 3 things I do to accomplish this goal. First, improve awareness of SMPTE standard through an expanded set of tutorials targeted at executives, working professionals, and especially students to educate both our members and recruit non-members. I put emphasis on attracting a future generation of technologists by creating standards and education programs that inspire their interests, working in partnership with our standards, membership, and education VPs. Secondly, I'd expand our relationships with technical organizations, in particular sister societies in the IEEE, such as broadcast technology, communication, signal processing, and even consumer electronics and the Computer Society intersect our field of interest. And I believe our members, as well as their members, can benefit by better collaboration on technologies of mutual interest to avoid duplication of efforts in standards and conferences. As a past president of the IEEE Consumer Electronics Society, I'm familiar with the mechanics of the IEEE and believe we can develop a good partnership that's a win-win for both organizations. And finally, I would like to build on our partnership with the Hollywood Professional Alliance to position the combined organization as the authoritative source on the tools, techniques, as well as the technical art of next-generation storytelling. I often joke of SMPTE as the standard of the stars, yet I believe our partnership with the HPA makes that statement truer than ever. For now, we have not only the technologists who create the tools to tell the story, but also the creatives who use those tools to drive the state-of-the-art in storytelling.
Again, Pat Griffis, candidate for Executive Vice President of SMPTE, thank you very much for spending your time with us today.
Thank you.